All right, Team Epic, welcome. This is a review of the social media soundboard, the Healthy Living Soundboard, provided by a company called Edge Theory. My name is James Ketchum. I am the head of the soundboard team at Edge Theory. We are an official Juice Plus partner. We've been doing this project for going on 3 years with the company. We are located in central Mississippi. We're just a few hours south of the home office in Memphis. So we've been up there many times for meetings with Meredith Martin and Janet Black and Ben Tacker and the marketing team. So the goal of the soundboard, as you're going to learn and as we go through tonight, is big picture to help you kind of zoom out from talking about the brand. One of the things that I've learned in working with Juice Plus, especially in the last year or so, is the idea and the goal is to, as you build your business, especially for new reps, as you're bringing on new reps, the typical model is they go burn through their warm market in 3 months. They tell all their friends and family, and then they don't know what else to do. And they may get some customers out of that. They may not, but then the excitement and the growth can kind of slow down. And so the goal of the soundboard is to help keep good, healthy living, authoritative content going out so that you're not just stuck with, the handful of people or a lot of people maybe in your orbit, but that you can go out and make brand new connections with people. So the goal of what we're going to try to get to tonight, I'm going to try to keep it to about 45 minutes, but I feel, if you need to hop off after half an hour, understand. But we're going to talk through some tips and tricks on how to leverage the soundboard and how to go out and prospect and really make those new connections and stop thinking about Facebook or Twitter or some of these other social media platforms as a place to consume content. We want to think about them as places where we can really go out and make new connections. So let's start with that. Let's start talking about, the biggies, of course, being Facebook and Twitter. Of course, Instagram's very important as well these days. We'll get to it because it functions a little bit differently with the soundboard, just due to the nature of the platform. But Facebook and Twitter, a lot of people say, well, I've got Facebook, I don't need a Twitter account because they're basically the same thing. But they're actually very, very distinct in the purposes that they serve. And so the analogy that I like to use is that Facebook is the backyard barbecue where friends come, family comes, maybe some friends of friends come, but people are comfortable enough to mingle and talk to everybody. And, you talk about your family or what's going on. And, you can get a little bit more deeper, a little bit more intimate with the things that you share and the people that you're comfortable sharing. But strangers don't walk in off the street because they heard about the barbecue and sit down and feel comfortable, right? That's just not what happens. And so when we get a random friend request on Facebook from somebody that we've never, ever heard of, by now we know that's probably not a good idea to accept that friend request because it's maybe not even a real person. It may be some kind of malicious bot. So we're guarded with those kinds of things. And due to that guarded nature, we can be a little bit more personal, to our friend network on Facebook. But the problem with that is if Facebook's the only place that you post content and the only place where you're trying to get the word out about what you're doing, then you end up talking to the same people over and over and over again. And we'll talk about it more if we have time, but the way that your Facebook algorithm limits you to who you see and to who sees your stuff, then it's probably a much smaller circle than you even realize of who you're talking to and who's seeing your stuff. So we want to help you tap into the potential that is Facebook by having good content going out, as well as tweaking the algorithm and shaking things up to help you get in front of new people that way. Okay, so we'll come back to that idea in a little bit. With Twitter is far and away the weirdest of all the social media platforms. It's the most intimidating. It has the highest learning curve. There's a lot to figure out there. But it is the most powerful for two reasons. One is everything that happens on the platform is totally public. This is a good thing. We cannot bring the lessons that we've learned on Facebook and apply them to Twitter. Okay, it's not the same thing. If Facebook's the intimate backyard barbecue, Twitter is the interesting cocktail party where you don't know anybody and interesting conversations are going on all around you, and you're trying to rub elbows with people and get involved in those conversations and be a part of those conversations and contribute to those conversations and meet people cold. So Twitter is not the place where you have conversations with your significant other, and it is not the place where you share, naked baby photos. That is just not the purpose of that platform, again, due to the public nature of it. The other thing about Twitter that's so powerful is Google and Twitter are very intimately related. And so when you're tweeting about something on a regular basis, not only can your stuff be found on Twitter by complete strangers who don't know who you are, probably don't know what Juice Plus is, but who are looking for answers to healthy living questions, then also Google is constantly picking up tweets, and you can do a Google search for the word healthy, and you can get tweets fed back to you in your Google search, regardless of whether or not you even have an account on the platform. So the point is that people who aren't even on Twitter can see your stuff and get connected with you just by the very fact that you're putting stuff out on the platform. So very powerful, very different than Facebook. So let's talk for just a few moments on how Soundboard fits into this, and then I want to show you some of the functionality of what it does. The goal of the Soundboard is to meet the two pain points of social media, which we have found to be, I don't know what to post, I don't have time to post, and I don't know what to say. So the Soundboard, the goal of it is to provide a one-stop shop where you can come find all of the content that you would ever need. Very little of it is Juice Plus branded, but you can easily share and have a consistent, constant presence with healthy living content so that people will associate you with that conversation. And then when it makes sense, when you're engaging with people on these social media platforms, when it's time to turn the conversation to the product, you can, and you've got a leg to stand on because you've been putting yourself out there as this healthy living authority. The other thing about Soundboard is with Twitter is unique among all the social media platforms in that it lets outside systems like mine tweet on behalf of its users. So if you sign up for the account that includes automatic tweeting, you don't even have to post on Twitter. We do it for you every day. But we do want you to still be engaged, and we'll talk more about that, but how to not just be a one-way billboard of information, but to really connect with people on that platform, and we'll talk about how to do that. So let's hop over here to the Soundboard. This is the long link. The short link to remember is simply juiceplus.vip, or you can get here by going to your virtual office, and then there's a button in your virtual office called My Personal File, and then there's a Soundboard button there. To sign up, there's lots of information here. We're not going to go through all this, but the big features are we provide content for you, so we call that curated because my team and I scrape the web. We're always looking for new stuff. We collate it. We provide for you what to say in one place. We also have a newsletter feature that allows you to take Soundboard content, make your own nice-looking HTML newsletter, email newsletter to send out to your contacts so that you can easily have that touch point. My understanding is that when you get a new customer, the home office sends them 1 or 2 or 3 emails across their first couple of months, and then it's radio silence. So this is a great way, just another aspect of ongoing customer care, touching them with what's going on with health trends and health news as a way to stay in front of them without just always popping up and saying, hey, it's time to renew or time to re-up or however you phrase it. The last thing that we offer is one-on-one mentoring. So we do these calls. We want to encourage you to use Soundboard. We want to give you those tips and tricks, but sometimes people just need that extra help. And so if you would like a one-on-one monthly session, we do have that as an added feature and as an added charge. So we've got a couple of coupon codes in place right now. This is National Mentoring Month. It's just a business-minded awareness month of bringing people in and mentoring them and looking for a mentor yourself. So we have that coupon code. I also have a specific coupon code for your team that you can use. So I'll show you that at the end. So here's what we have for the plans. So every plan comes with a 10-day free trial. The $10 a month plan gets you unlimited access to the Soundboard, which is what I'm about to show you how it works. You can get all the content you want for all the social media platforms that you have. It's compatible with all of them for $10 a month. For $20 a month, you get that plus the newsletter feature that's built into the Soundboard. And again, the goal of it, if you use MailChimp or Constant Contact or something like that, the goal of it is to give you an easy, simplified version of something like that so that you can have that ongoing newsletter that you generate. And the other thing about it is that we have a way to get your contacts out of Virtual Office and into our system so that you can easily keep up with them. Now, the Pro version, it is a little bit more expensive, of course, but you are getting a monthly one-on-one hour-long session with myself or somebody on my team. We've been doing this for a long time. We know how to help you set up content calendars. We know how to let you set up strategies for every month, how to prospect. All those things we'll walk you through that one-on-one via Zoom calls. Now, if you pick an annual plan, you can do the math. You can see it's times 10 instead of times 12, so you're getting 2 months for free. And again, with that coupon code, you can cut these prices in half. So the way it works is you sign up, you get a 10-day free trial, and then it'll bill after your 10-day free trial. All right, so enough about pricing. Let me show you how all this works. Okay, so once you get an account and you get a login, this works great on desktop. It works great on mobile. There is no app to download. You just go to it through your mobile web browser on your phone. But what you see here is a list of, again, articles from around the web that the team and I curate. Most of what you're going to see is articles. We do try to find videos. We also create graphics in-house. I'll show you some examples of that real quick. We do like to put just kind of general encouraging style graphics, but we also we get requests for these Shred 10 start date graphics. And so the upcoming Shred starts January 29th, so there's a number of graphics here that you can post for the upcoming Shred to advertise that. Most people are sticking to that schedule that healthylivingrevolution.com published, but I know some teams do some different, so we put some with no dates on them. We put those kind of graphics in place, but again, most of it is articles. So when you see something that you're interested in sharing, okay, basically all you have to do is, I'm going to just pick one I haven't shared yet. There we go. This is a good one from today. So you click on the article. We actually host the whole article here, so you can preview it before you send it. After you've read it, you get to the bottom here, and we've got some suggested text to go with the post. So we've got the article for you. We also have some suggested wording to accompany it, again, to meet that pain point of, well, I don't know what to say. It's here if you want to use it. You don't have to. We've got multiple choices here. But when you figure out what you like, then we have all these buttons down here. So this is going to be your Facebook personal profile. This button, Facebook for groups. Obviously, it'll post into a group that you're a part of. It'll also post to a business page if you use the Facebook business page. And also, it'll post into an event if you've created a Facebook event. This is Facebook Messenger, a great one-on-one, again, customer touch, thinking in terms of trying to encourage people to, take their own initiatives with their own healthy living journey. And also, what a great way to say, hey, busy mom, customer of mine who has 3 kids on the chewables, I saw this great article about getting more veggies in your kids' diet. Thought you'd enjoy this. What an incredible 5 seconds of your time to show some customer that you're thinking about them and that you care about where they are, on their journey. Twitter buttons here. Again, we can tweet for you, but if you'd like to either not have us do it or you want to add to it or whatever, that button's there. LinkedIn is a great place to make some business connections. So we do have a lot of small business and entrepreneurship-minded stuff for that. Email, just straight email, pretty straightforward. And then Pinterest for your graphics. And this is Buffer and Hootsuite. We'll get back to those guys in a minute. Those are scheduling tools. So once you've got your suggested text, we're going to hit the Facebook button. You'll see it's automatically highlighting this. It'll automatically copy it. We're going to hit share on Facebook. Paste in that suggested text. You can add to it if you want, again, or not even use it. Put something of yourself, there. Then you hit post, and you're done. So we've got some good-looking content going out without too much effort on our part. Okay, so that's the goal, that you come here, you spend a few minutes a day, you spend a few minutes a week, you've got everything that you need to have this robust presence on social. So when you click on this up here, we've got a couple of different things broken down by topics. I'll show you how the Shred 10 stuff works. I'm going to switch the view to my phone here in a minute. This is really cool on mobile. But we've got Mitra and Brian Rose helped me get this dialed in the way they want. But this is we basically took the Shred 10 system guide and put it all in here so that it's all here as a resource for you. All the graphics from Healthy Living Revolution are here. If you're familiar with the Mission Driven Model site, Julie Herbst gave me the thumbs up to put all those graphics here. So we've got, I believe, the New Year Revolution is the January stuff. So all those graphics are here. It works just the same, even though it's just a graphic. You hit Facebook, copy that text, and instead of an article, you've got a nice meme style graphic going out. Works just the same. So 2 clicks, you got some good stuff going out. Okay, I haven't seen any questions come through the chat, but please ask questions if you've got them. Excuse me, should have got some water. All right, so this is usually the part of the presentation where people are like, okay, James, this is really, really cool, but I thought you said you were going to make my life easier. And I still have to come here every day, and I still have to post every day. Okay, it's true that Twitter is the only one that's going to let me do it for you. Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, yada, yada. They do not allow outside systems to do it for you automatically. But the goal of this is so that you don't have to spend time crawling the web. You don't have to get sucked into the Facebook vortex of scrolling through your feed, hoping to find something good that someone else has posted that you can share. You don't have to spend time combing through groups looking for something to share. You can come here, find some great content, and easily share it with just a few clicks. Now, the solution to that is this scheduling tool. Okay, and I'll show you that here in a moment. There's one last thing I want to mention here just about the content, because people also ask, is everything that's on the Soundboard Shred 10 compliant? No, it's not, and here's why. 2 main reasons. One is you only shred 10 days a month. The other is this, and you've got to start thinking about content from your audience's perspective. Okay, so wherever you are on the trajectory of your health journey and your health education and the things that you've learned, your audience is not there yet. Okay, most people, all of us, were raised being educated by our industrial food complex and big pharma. You cannot draw this hard line in the sand of I'm a vegan, you better be too, or everything's got to be plant-based today, and here's the things left right that you're doing wrong. You just can't come in swinging like that with that kind of message. So there's a lot of stuff on here that is that general health type of message that you may or may not agree with every single line item in. But again, you've got to help bring your audience along to help them begin to understand. This was a good example, because I think, if this is the one I remember, I think there was a line or two in here about vaccinations. Okay, I know that there's 1,000,005 different opinions about that. This particular article just flat out says vaccination should be a part of a healthy lifestyle. If you don't agree with that, don't post it, or post it and say, you know what, there's some good points in here. Here's why I disagree with this. Open the floor for discussion on your channel. It's a great opportunity to engender some discussion. The other thing is, if you all came to Indianapolis to conference, you probably saw our booth in the hall. I talked to people for 5 days straight. I talked to somebody who was a practicing witch. She was a Wiccan. And I talked to some conservative Mennonite Christian ladies that like made their own clothes out of spun straw or something. Okay. The Juice Plus Nation appeals to a crazy wide spectrum of people. And for every article that gets posted on here with a mention of dairy that I get complaints, I get complaints if, there's not enough healthy ice cream recipes. You get the point, okay? There's all the spectrum of information is here. But again, it's all in line with that healthy living, more plants, more fruits, more veggies is better. You're not going to find anything on here about carnivores or anything like that. You can also find stuff by topic, just searching for keywords, children's health, vegan, whatever you can think of, and you'll find plenty of stuff to meet your needs. So again, this thing has, I think it's got 2,300 articles on it at this point. We look for stuff that's going to have a good long shelf life. A good article about healthy sleep that was published 2 years ago is still a valid thing. So all that to say, we really pride ourselves on what's here, and I think you'll find plenty to share. All right, so let's get back to that concept of scheduling. So I'm going to bring up another website here. We're going to go to buffer.com. So buffer.com is a free service. If you use Hootsuite or have heard of Hootsuite, I think Hootsuite's been around longer. I find Hootsuite to be ridiculously, unnecessarily complicated. I think Buffer is simple and elegant and much more powerful because of it. So when you sign up for your free Buffer account, you can hook in your social media handles here. So that's what all these buttons are for. So you see I've got Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram all hooked in. So once you do that, you come back to the Soundboard. You pick an article. You check it out. Let's not get duped by food labels. What do food labels really mean? So we've read this article. And now we want to schedule this. So if we hit any of these buttons, the article is going to go out right then. But we don't want to have to come here every day and think about this every day. So we're going to hit the Buffer button. This is going to bring up our Buffer Power Scheduler. So a couple of things are going to happen. One is it'll send it out on multiple platforms at once. This is good practice because you have different audiences everywhere. Two is you can customize it for each platform. So let's click on Twitter here. How do we want this to look? Let's just go with the standard graphic with the article for Twitter. Facebook. We've got to paste in the suggested text. For some reason, Buffer has this really arcane, unnecessary reason why it won't automatically copy it. You can read their message there if you want to. It's dumb. For LinkedIn, this is not necessarily businessy enough for me, so I'm going to turn off LinkedIn. For Instagram, Instagram doesn't do links. It doesn't do articles. It just does graphics. So I'm going to turn that off for this as well. So now we're going to come down here and we're going to schedule this post to go out when we want. All right, so Twitter doesn't matter. 24/7, just Twitter's go, 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 go all the time. But we want this to go out during peak Facebook times, all right? And so when are those? Well, typically, excuse me, it's outside of working hours. So 6 to 8 a.m. and like 6 to 10 p.m. And then it drops off dramatically after that for the night. So we want to be smack at the top of somebody's feed, you know, as they're checking their phones in the morning, staring at their coffee cup or staring at their phones while they're drinking their coffee. So I'm going to schedule this to go out tomorrow morning at right in the middle of that window. And it does not have to be on the hour or half hour. Just throw it out there. So we're going to schedule. It takes a moment for it to add it to our queue. We don't have to do anything else. It's going to close this tab and bring us right back to Soundboard. So tomorrow morning's taken care of. So this is what I encourage you to do. If you will budget half an hour on a Sunday night or a Tuesday night or whenever, you can schedule your social media posts out for the next calendar week by using this Buffer thing. For Buffer, their free version lets you schedule up to 10 posts in a row in your queue for free. So as soon as one publishes, your queue gets down to 9, then 8, then 7. You can throw a few more in there. But you can get on there once a week, schedule out up to 10 posts, which will get you 1 to 2 posts a day across the business week, which is all I recommend. And then what you can do is, if you have social media time during the day, that is when you can get on there and be intentional and go out and find new people to connect with. You can take time to comment on other people's posts. You can post into groups. You can comment on other people's stuff within a group. That the people whose business is thriving because of social media and because of Soundboard are doing just that. They know that Soundboard and Buffer are the 1-2 punch that have their backs with the posting, and then they don't have to think about it, but they've decided to not be, again, this one-way billboard of information where they're just putting stuff out and just saying, I have posted, now they will come and buy from me. It doesn't work in real life like that. If you put a Juice Plus t-shirt on and go to the grocery store, nobody's coming up to you and asking about it and wanting to buy something. It's the same way on social. Just because you posted an article about broccoli soup or because you posted about Juice Plus twice or maybe 200 times and you burned everybody out, does that work? Usually not, if this is the only direction that information is going from you out. Okay, you've got to turn this into a two-way conversation. So here's how. Let me show you this with Buffer real quick. This is really cool. So after you've scheduled something on Buffer, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to come to the Content tab so you can see I've got one in my queue scheduled to go out in the morning. The other thing that I absolutely love about Buffer here is on the Analytics tab. So this helps you keep track of what has happened to your stuff after the fact of you publishing it. Okay, of course, Facebook, you can tell how many comments and how many likes you got. But Facebook does not tell you how many people actually clicked and read your article. And this to me is a way more valuable piece of data, because as I go back in time, I find that my readership generally outnumbers the engagement that I get. Okay, all right, so I got a like, hey, 2 people read it. This one was a bust. The broccoli recipe, not that popular. Vegan hemp and algae superfoods, not that popular. But as you go back in time to your older posts, from Facebook's perspective, this was a bust, but 2 people read it. From Facebook's perspective, this was a bust, but 3 people read it. So the point is, don't get lost in the engagement. Don't get lost in the, well, no one liked it. People are reading your stuff. People are paying attention. We're all consumers on social media. We don't take the time to engage. We don't take the time to talk to people. We just consume, okay? And it proves itself out here over and over and over again, sometimes dramatically, okay? So the point is, if you are consistent with this stuff, you never know who's watching. You never know who's listening. I am a Juice Plus consumer. I am not a rep. I have been asked many times. I think it would be a conflict of interest at this point. But the point is that I have been training people on how to do this for so long that I'm constantly posting healthy living content through my social media channels, teaching you all how to do this. And now I have people coming up to me saying, what's going on with you? What are you doing? What are you doing different? You obviously are very interested and you care about all this stuff. I had a guy walk up to me 2 months ago at church and started asking me what he should do about his mom's diabetes. And I was like, whoa, time out. I don't know, man. I just post stuff on Facebook. But the perception is, I know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? And so this is the encouragement to you to be consistent. If you live in a small little town, this is your window to, the world is flat with technology and social media. The size of your geographical area or your physical friend circle that you run in has absolutely nothing to do with the impact that this can have on the size of your business. And so again, the goal here, the giant goal is to give you the content. It's all here. Buffer makes the posting side of things so much easier. And then you can, again, focus your efforts and your energies on connecting with people. So I want to point a quick tip out for you here. I have been seeing a lot of fake news about the Facebook algorithm and all the things that are happening to it. So I'm going to go here to my Facebook friend network. This is the single most valuable activity that you can do for yourself and for your business on Facebook, okay? Here's what you do. You go to your your Facebook friend network, and here's what you got to understand. Even though people are in your Facebook circle, they are not all created equal. Facebook maintains a behind-the-scenes score between you and your friends, and it keeps track of how many interactions you participate in with any given person. Okay, so I always use my buddy Ben here as an example. What happens is, if you are constantly talking and engaging with an individual on Facebook, then you have a very high sticky score between you and that person. Facebook says, aha, you care about this person. You must want to see their stuff all the time. And so they'll constantly put that individual's post at the top of your feed. And conversely, they are seeing your stuff all the time. Okay, so they're seeing your stuff at the top of their feed all the time. But what happens is, and the complaint that I hear over and over again is, Facebook seems like a waste of time because I get on there and I see only my team, only my family, and only my customers. And they already know about all this stuff, so why am I trying to talk about all this stuff to them? Well, here's what you do to shake up this Facebook algorithm and help it to better understand that you are not interested in just those same 10 people over and over again. So go to your friend network, find somebody that you realize you haven't seen their stuff in a long time on Facebook, okay? We want to challenge Facebook's perception of our relationship with these people. And with our business mind, we want to be thinking, who are new people that I can be getting in front of? All right, because we've worn out our immediate friends and family on this stuff, or they're all customers. So actually go to their profile. Okay, so Ben was my best buddy in high school. We went to college in different states. We lost touch. We live in different states. We became Facebook friends in 2007 or whenever. But I realized we hadn't talked through the platform, and I realized I wasn't seeing his stuff. So I went to his profile, and I posted a comment on a recent photo that he made. Nothing weird like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in 10 years, but just like, hey, this looked like a fun family vacation. What happens is Facebook pings that and says, aha, you do care about this person, and we'll begin to show you more of that individual stuff in your feed. But again, conversely, with our business mind, we want to be thinking, we want our healthy living content to be showing up in this person's feed. We want our stuff to be seen. So then I posted something, a news story to his wall. It was something about a band that we used to like. But we had this funny conversation back and forth about it. And now I see his stuff all the time because he constantly posts. And now he sees my stuff all the time. Okay? So if you will spend 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day for the next month, going through your own Facebook network, figuring out who do you want to talk to, who do you want to connect with, again, and then there's people in your Facebook friend network that, I mean, they were your hairdresser 3 hairdressers ago. You know, don't worry about that kind of stuff. But people who were your real friends for a long time, but you haven't talked to through Facebook in 5 or 8 years, this is exactly who I'm talking about. First of all, they're your real people, and they'd love to hear from you. But nobody just thinks about, the way that Facebook manipulates us into seeing certain things and not seeing other things. And so turn that on its head here. Use it to your advantage. The other thing is, we all have those people in our feeds that just waste our time. Okay? I'm not going to pick on Anna here. She was my former student. But this button right here is one of your best friends. If you have those people that show up in your home feed, that post slow motion cat videos every single day, that waste your life, please unfollow that person. That stuff does not add anything to your day except minutes that you don't have to take away from your business. So go unfollow those people. All right? Your time on Facebook will be so much more productive if you just cut them out. Now, here's the other thing I want to tell you about Facebook that is so awesome. I'm going to search for, this one always works great. I'm going to search for a term. Okay, we don't want to search for a person. I want to search for any healthy living buzzword that you can think of. And then when you make a search, you see all this stuff at the top. Search for groups. All right, check this out. This one's a closed group. All right, but look, this one has 100,000 members, 141,000, 181,000, 55,000, 85,000. So just on this page, you've got, I don't do math that great, close to 500,000 people who have taken the time to join a group because they're so interested in this particular topic. So here's what you do. You want to get in front of hundreds of thousands of new people easily. You join these groups. It doesn't matter. This is an admin. A lot of these groups don't have that. But you'll be added to these groups within hours, okay? Sometimes minutes. So here's what you do. After you've joined this particular group, okay, we've asked to join some vegan groups. Come back to Soundboard. Let's do a search here. Top vegan recipes of 2017. How perfect is that? This is a long article. So I'm going to go all the way to the bottom here. And I'm going to hit Facebook for groups. So it's going to copy this text, share on Facebook groups. Now watch this. I'm going to switch this to share in a group. And now I'm going to post it into this group that I joined previously. I'm going to paste in the suggested text. I'm going to post. And now we can go back to this vegan keto. All right, and since we are a member of this group, this post is pending approval. It'll get approved. This thing has 17,000 members. All right. So here's the point. 17,000 people who have no idea, probably, what Juice Plus is. But they are so motivated by the healthy living conversation. This is an incredible warm market. If you will take just a few minutes to comment on other people's posts, you're posting into this stuff now. What an amazing way to get in front of all of these new people. You want to talk about escape velocity from your typical, little friend network on your home feed. This is how to do it. And again, the content is not hard to find because Soundboard provides it all. So this is a really, really, really powerful tactic for getting in front of, again, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of new people. But a lot of these groups, they won't let you post about product into these groups. So the point is to come in, to plant seeds, to contribute to the conversation, again, to be the authority, so that when you start to make these new relationships and pick up this new interest and pick up these new friends, then when it's appropriate, you can move the conversation to the product. Okay? So I've been talking for 45 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff up here. If you're interested in the Soundboard, sign up link is juiceplus.vip. I put a coupon code together for just this team. It is EPIC. It's 50% off your subscription for as long as you keep your subscription until the internet turns off. The monthly subscriptions are month to month. There's no commitment. Keep it for 3 months. Keep it for 6 months. You can change your subscriptions. If you want to do that mentoring one that's a little bit more expensive for 2 months, for 3 months, and switch it down to the $10 or $20 a month plan, you totally can do that. This is me on Voxer. If you have any questions going forward, we have a great Facebook page here. We announce trainings, we announce product updates, we do giveaways, all kind of stuff's there. And then I also have a massive amount of training put together on our YouTube channel. There's way, way, way more, especially with Twitter, than we can get into in any one given sitting. But it's all there and pre-recorded for your viewing pleasure. So while that's up here, I'm going to switch the view real quick here to my phone because I want to show you one last thing. And again, please ask questions if you have them. I have to push a few extra buttons to make this work. Okay, Christine says, I learned so much. Cool, thank you. All right, so I'm going to go to the Soundboard on my phone. So like I said, this is not an app to download. There's just you're just visiting it on your mobile web page, and you log in, and should keep you logged in. Okay, so the reason that I'm showing this to you on my phone is that there is a pretty cool feature that's only available on mobile. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to hit the lines at the top there, and then I'm going to hit topics, and I want to show you the Shred 10 stuff. So like I showed you before, the first thing that's here is usually these graphics that are for the upcoming shred, so we'll always have those in place for you. Trying to be about a month ahead of time so that you can advertise it, get the orders in. You know how that works. But then here's what Mitra helped me do is we took the Shred 10 system guide, and as your customers are going through the shred, there's some morning, midday, and evening stuff that they recommend you send those customers to keep them encouraged, to keep them accountable, and to keep them informed about what they're experiencing. Okay, so you can see I've got it broken down to day 2 morning, day 2 midday, day 2 evening. The reason I'm showing you this on my phone is when you click this, we've got the video that you're supposed to send them right here. And then we also have the suggested wording for the message. But when you're on your phone, you see this green button that's not there when you're on your computer, which is literally text. So this will text this video and wording to whoever you want to send it to. All right, so I'm going to send a text. I'm going to send it to myself. This is getting kind of late at night to send something. I usually send it to my boss. But look what I texted myself before, the 10 best metal albums of 2017. Heck yeah. All right, so here's where you can change the wording if you want on the text message itself. If you don't want to, you just leave it. Don't mess with the link. And then you hit go, and it's going to send that message. So I'm sending it and receiving it. But it's going to send that message, and then you have that nice looking video, and they can watch it right there. And that's a really, really cool, again, 2 clicks, and you've got your Shred customers. And you can even set up a texting group, and if you've got 10 or 20 people or however many going through the Shred at one time. So Donna asked, how often do we change the Shred content? So I haven't changed. I do need to change the graphics for the upcoming Shred. That's a very good point, Donna. So we'll update the graphics for that, but we haven't changed the recommended wording or like the videos on these. Just because the system guide hasn't changed, but you're right. I do need to put some new graphics in there. So thank you for that heads up. I'll work on that for the upcoming January Shred. And the last thing I want to show you while we're on the mobile here, and then I'll quit talking, taking a lot of your time, is when you are, let's go back to the main page. When you're on your phone, I'm going to search for image only. Okay, so we tag all the graphics that we create with image only. So let's search for that. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these one of these mission-driven model graphics. So you'll notice that there is no Instagram button. Not because we don't want one, but because one doesn't exist. They have a closed API, which means you can't just easily share from across the web stuff there. So how do we get around that? Well, if you'll click on the title up here, New Year Revolution, this is actually to where we host the image itself as a graphic. I'm going to tap and hold on this until this guy pops up. And then when you click Save Image, that will actually save this graphic to your camera roll. And then when you go to Instagram to make your post, it's there just like your photos would be. I'm not going to do that because Instagram crashes my old phone here. But you get the point. So that's the easy, quick workaround to use Soundboard with Instagram. Okay. Lots of information. You have drunk from the information fire hose. Anybody have thoughts, comments, questions? Donna, that was a great question. Thank you. I will fix that stuff. Anybody else? Since you took the time to join us live. Okay, glad to hear it. Thank you, Leanne. I hope I said that right. Okay, well, Christina, I will put this on YouTube and get this to you. You can post it on your team page. And everybody, I hope you have a snow day tomorrow. It hasn't started snowing here, but my kids get a snow day tomorrow. Hope you have a great snow day tomorrow. I will see you in Phoenix, I guess, if not before. All righty. Night. I'm signing off.